Hello again, my friends. Hi, how is life? Um, Books, right? They are great, I love them.
I filmed my favorites of the year, but somehow footage got lost of me doing some of the stats and talking about one of the books. So I don't know what happened, but somehow I missed that footage, so I'm gonna redo it. Okay, so I read 76 books this year. Last year I read 86, so that's exactly 10 books less than last year. The types of books that I read this year I think are very much the same as last year. I read mostly like adventurous, emotional, reflective, a bit of mysterious, dark, sad vibes. So yeah, very little light-hearted stuff, even though I want to read more of it, but the problem is that I just don't have like recommendations. I can't find anything anywhere that seems like a good book, like a funny book that also speaks to me. That is something, yeah, I just need more recommendations. I feel like people always recommend like sadder books to me somehow. So yeah, maybe that's because all my friends are just as mentally ill as me. Five non-fiction books, so that's really good because I don't tend to read a lot of non-fiction even though I want to read more of it. But the thing with non-fiction with me is I don't usually read like cover to back. I just pick up something that has information or something that I'm interested in and then I read about that, but I don't read the entire book necessarily, or if I do, I just don't log it on the story graph like I do with my fiction reads. It's just not something that really comes to mind. My most read genres are obviously fantasy, young adult, contemporary, and queer, a bit of middle grade and poetry. Rest of it is really just like less. So I feel like I also read quite a bit of mystery vibe books, but like the main genre might be like something else, and that's why those are bigger crafts. My average rating of the year is 3.69. Most of them are 3 stars or 4 stars. Also, quite a lot of 5 stars. I read 15 5-star books. Some of these are, I think 2 of these are rereads, but I do count them in my stats and like I log them whenever I reread a book because I did spend that time reading and I do like have sometimes different reflections on it, so I do like count them. So 13 newly discovered favorites, that's really great. I'm really happy with that. um, I'm gonna briefly talk about one of these and the rest of it I already have. Like I'll refer to past me. Confessions of Franny Langton by Sarah Collins. That's a historical fiction mystery novel. It's very, very dark. It's very, very gothic inspired. It's really beautiful. The language, the writing is so poetic. It's just completely my cup of tea. I love it so much. And Franny is one of the best main characters I've ever read. It's such a strong, strong lead and such a powerful, beautiful, tragic, amazing, gorgeous book. So I love it so much. I can't wait to own it for myself. So
I don't have a particular order, so let's go with the fifth season. Next fifth season by N.K. Jemisin is the first book in a trilogy. And honestly, it's like sci-fi, so I was not expecting to love it very much. But I've just seen it like everywhere on Bookstagram, and I saw it in the library, and I was like, I want to know what it's like, why it's so fucking hyped. And oh my god, it's so fucking damn. Murder, slavery, gore, at one point cannibalism. It's just all around sexual exploitation. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But it didn't bother me. It's like not comparable to anything else. It's so fucking good and unique. It's so fucking perfect. Like, just read it. But like, genuinely, if you are easily disturbed, do not read it, because it's really a lot of terrible shit goes down. So that's that. But honestly, these characters, I want to scream. This will shock a lot of you, but Rule of Wolves is not in my top 5 of the year. Yeah, oh my god, I cannot believe it either. But honestly, I do want to talk about it because this book was really everything. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it gave us fans everything that we wanted and more. Like, it gave us life. And I was so fucking hyper fixated on this fandom, and especially like the Shadow and Bone TV series, season 1. I was like, y'all, some of y'all know. Now that the hyperfixation is kind of over, I'm like, I still fucking love it. It means so much to me, but objectively speaking, it doesn't deserve to be in the top 5. So that's why. If it was still like in the heights, in the midst of my total obsession, then I would have been like, it's the number 1 slot. But I can now kind of see that other books deserve more attention from me, although it is really great. I love it. Lee did it again. She's perfect. She's queen. I love her so much. But yeah. Moving on. I need to talk about the best graphic novel I've ever read. And with the most beautiful art I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not exaggerating. It's called On the Sunbeam by Tilly Walden, and I am so in love with everything about this. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful! Story is so unique. It's so magical, whimsical, wholesome. It just completely transports you in this whole new world and like throws you amidst the whole plot that's happening without confusing you at all, and it's just great. It's so perfect. The vibes are immaculate, they're wholesome, they're beautiful. It's the found family for me. I wanted to cry. She is a beauty, and I will not lie. I will be completely honest, and you will see this coming. I did pick this up based on the cover, because look at it. It's a poetry collection. And it's called In Her Feminine Sign by Dunia Mikhail. Dunia Mikhail? I hope that's correct. I am so glad I picked this up just because I saw this and I was like, ooh, pretty! Because it's so changing my life. I have one left. It will either be Wade in the Water, which is another poetry collection by Tracy K. Smith, or My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. Although, now that I think about it, the ending of My Dark Vanessa, I had like a slight problem with it being so abrupt. I wanted more. I just needed it to go on a little bit more. I needed a little bit more closure. It was a bit like something jarring about it. So, number 1, The Confessions of Franny Langton by Sarah Collins. Number 2, The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. Number 3, In Her Feminine Sign by Dunya McHale. Number 4, On a Sunbeam by Tilly Walden. And on number 5, Wade in the Water by Tracy K. Smith. Although I did give all of these 5 stars, so it's a little odd to rank them, because basically I love them all equally in different ways. I haven't given next year a lot of thought. Actually, I'm not on Bookstagram anymore. I don't know what's popular or trending or whatever. I feel like it's still the same books that were popular when I was still around. But anyway, genres. I want to read more poetry. No one is surprised. I think I said that last year as well. That I wanted to read more poetry this year. I think I did, but I still need to amp that volume up. I need to read way more. The only problem is just that libraries only have books that are about boring old man subjects that I don't care about and that I just don't want to read. And they have none of those spicy, fruity, good, contemporary, modern poetry collections that I want to read, except like a few maybe, like Rupi Kaur you're probably gonna find around here because she's so popular, but then I'm like, where are all the other talented poets? Like, they really need to stock up, but so it means that I have to buy the collections that I want to read, which is a problem because that's fucking expensive, y'all. Like, books are expensive in general, but especially poetry collections, god damn, it's like so small and it's like 20 euros and I'm like, I can't afford this. Which is so sad. But I'm gonna try as much as possible. If I decide to buy books this year, it's gonna be mostly poetry collections. Please hold me to that, because I do get distracted by cute, shiny, middle grade fantasy covers. It's my weakness. Other than that, I want funny books. Please, for the love of God, I need it so much. I only read sad shit. Now that's not true, but I just want funny books. Where are they? I just can't find them. They need to be somewhere. So I'm gonna try to read all of the funny books that are currently on my TBR and then find way more, because I need that serotonin in my life. I started rereading Agatha Christie novels, which is a vibe. So I'm gonna continue doing that in the next year. And also Silverborn, the 4th Morgan Crow book in the series is coming out. Yes. I don't remember exactly which month, if it's the beginning or the middle of or the end of the year, I don't remember, but I know it's next year and I couldn't be more ready. I love they are my babies. I still need the 3rd book. I saw it in a store and I was very excited, but I didn't have money with me just then, so I decided to go back later. I'm gonna do that as soon as possible because they have the exact like same edition and it's gonna be so pretty. The 3rd one is like a green cover. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. It's the best middle grade series probably I've ever read. I don't know. There are so many good ones, but I'm really obsessed with this. I love it so much. The fourth book, I think, is going to be like a white, silver, or maybe a purple cover. I'm not exactly sure. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This series is so good. Other than that, I'm like thinking, is there anything else that is coming out that I really want to get my hands on? I don't really follow like the new releases, up and coming, the bestseller or whatever. I just get snippets of that like on Bookstagram or whatever, or socials, but I just don't follow it. I don't really care. I only care if it's like an author that I'm completely obsessed with, like Libro Dugo or something. I think she's writing another book with Six of Crows characters in it or something. Like there are rumors. I don't know. I think it's likely going to happen, but I don't think it's coming out next year. It's gonna be for probably another 2 years or something. And then there's Shadow and Bone, which is also not for next year, which is really heartbreaking. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like, I mean, season 2, right? They're filming season 2 next year, starting in January, and then the season 2 is coming out in 2023, but that's just like a long time. It's really... But hopefully very soon, like more behind the scenes cast updates and like interviews and such. Hopefully, yeah, fingers crossed, more content. Because also, I started reading the Seasons Quartet by Ollie Smith. I read the first one in autumn, and I was gonna read like winter and winter, spring and spring, summer and summer, so I'm gonna still do that. Winter has been going on for a month now. I'm gonna get winter from the library probably like next week, then I will read that. It's really fun. I love her work so much. She's really a beautiful, talented writer, so I'm excited. Oh, isn't there like a new Margaret Rogerson book? Because some people already got like advanced reader copies, like some famous bookkeepers and such, and they're really hype about it. They're like, it's really good. So I think I'm gonna check. I forgot how to spell her name. Right. Vespertine, that's the name, Vespertine. It says 2021. Now I'm really confused because if it's already out, why is nobody like reading it and talking about it? That's really confusing. Okay, so I'm gonna read that, I guess. Like, if I can get my hands on it, I'm probably just gonna buy it new. Gonna try to get like the same cover that I have for Enchantment of Ravens, because it's really beautiful. The hardbacks, they are really gorgeous. And I'm excited because Margaret Rogerson, chef's kiss. I'm just like 100% sure that I'm gonna love that book. Might not be a 5-star, but I'm really sure it's gonna be great. So. Anyway, so yeah, let me know what you think I should read, like your favorites of this year. Like, there are so many books. How many books are currently on the Storygraph alone? Which is in the complete list. 193 books on my to be read. And I'm out here asking for recommendations, like I don't actually deadass have to read 193 books. We're just gonna... That's a lot. So,
that's not even like counting the books that are already on my shelf that I haven't read. I might start to skip out on classics for real, because sometimes I'm like, I should read classics because of classics and it's like culture or whatever, but then I'm like, I don't care. Bye.
A terrible time. Like, so.
Boosh. Anyway.
Like, so much it's a really wow.
Yeah. Get out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. I use your fucking hands.
I keep saying perfect about all of these books is because they're so perfect.
Deprecating, suck my little devastation.
And heavy on my shoulders. This one. Right here. Why did I do that? It was a weird pose to do. Anyway, here it goes.
Give me a break. That back, yeah. Ooh. Oh no, what did I just drop?
What else?
Autobiography. Autobiographic. Yeah, I'm not gonna try. I'm not. Fuck it.
I'm gonna
Me, eyes on me.
follow me, love me, like me, you know. Bye.